Good day, everybody. It is 7th of March 2025. It's almost 4:30, and temperature, I guess I can talk about temperature now again. It's not kind of hovering around 0 or 1 or 2. It's 14 degrees at the moment. So it's getting warm. Pretty soon we're going to start seeing, maybe let me change this so you guys can see what else is going on instead of looking at me. So I'm going to maybe start seeing some buds up in the trees here. People, yeah, a lot of people getting out and walking around now. What is it? Are they getting crazy? No. I guess it's spring. Officially, the spring begins on the 1st of March in these countries over here, Belarus and Russia. So let me tell you, let's talk about the news here. As I mentioned in the last one about Macron, everybody's talking about, what's wrong with these guys and their warmongering. And Merz, of course, he wants to drastically increase the budget, but he's not in yet. I don't know what day he officially takes over in Germany. And Scholz, he was a warmonger in his own way, but he seems like he's a little mild compared to Merz. And that's one reason why the AfD did very well, is because they're anti-war. And Merz, I don't know. As you know, they have a massive campaign against the AfD in Germany, make everybody think they're like Adolf Hitler or something. But the truth of the matter is, the other parties are what some people call fascist or whatever. They're Nazi-ish. And the AfD is exactly the opposite. The only thing is, they care about their country and they don't want unrestricted immigration flooding in. And it's still uncertain what that really was, why Soros and his crew always wanted to do that. A lot of people are trying to say they want to destroy the cultures so that people don't have anything to identify with, and it's very easy to control them when they don't have a rallying point. So that's what a lot of people say. So let's go into some of the thing that's going on here. And obviously it's Europe. Everybody's saying they're crazy, and yeah, you can see this from different perspectives, obviously. And the most interesting is of course, looking at Macron and what he said. They think Russia's going to get him. Russia's going to get him. It's like, well, what has Russia ever done that made it look like they want to attack Europe? And I think in Russia they're calling him the new Napoleon. Or I think Putin is talking about, he's warning Napoleons. Like Napoleons, like these people, they're maybe because there are a lot of them that are short, like Scholz and all that, and all these Napoleons wanting to attack Russia, go after Russia. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to avoid these people up here. So what else? Yeah, new Napoleon. And then Putin says that he's urging Macron to try to remember what happened to Napoleon. So that's going to be challenging. And I think some people are saying, remember what happened to Adolf. I guess remember when anybody goes to Russia. And I think a lot of American politicians, even in the Trump administration, they're mentioning that, you just don't do that. You just don't go and attack Russia. That's why Russia doesn't attack anybody else. I think they're kind of sick of war. But I've heard there's different people in Germany that are all against this warmongering. And what is it, the Danish, what is the Prime Minister? I don't even remember her name. She said that a peace in Ukraine is more dangerous than war. Something like that. Some kind of crazy stuff. They're trying any kind of a propaganda to get the people to want to go to war, as you know. Got lots of people out for a walk. I don't know if you can see them over there. It's a couple over there. There's a couple over here, and a couple up there. Spring is in the air, huh? So yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of these leaders are just posturing. They know they stand no chance of even trying to attack Russia. I think some of them are talking about 2030 when they want to start the war. Gosh, it's like, you know, it's so ridiculous that they're trying to say Russia wants to attack them. Well, why don't they just wait for that? Why don't they just build up their forces instead of warmongering? And along with that, you know, Trump is talking now about starting some sort of a negotiations for a nuclear or a near nuclear disarmament treaty. And he wants China involved, China, Russia, and the United States. He sounds serious. He's actually, seems like he's a lot nicer than he was in his first term. And Putin has just said today, he said, don't forget to put Europe in that as well. So obviously Europe is now, you know, they got their heads set, their hearts set on attacking Russia because Russia's so evil, I guess. So they got to get them there before they have to fight them over here. You know, all that. I wonder if I should walk up over there again. I don't know more. Another couple over there. Oh, the spring is in the air. Lots of men and women meeting all over the place. Okay. Even the duckies. This guy's a loner, though. Mallards. Yeah. What else we have here? I don't know, I already talked about that, didn't I? Gosh, I can't even get these cards, you know, so I'm off balance today. I just had class. I got out. That's why it's like 4:30 or something. What did I say? Anyway, it's much later in the afternoon. But these leaders, I don't know. They're I think, you know, the biggest reason why they're doing this. Obviously, they want more money. These are like, these people, it's the sad thing that's what happens in the West. The system dictates that you get these people, this certain type of people that become the leaders of these countries, and inevitably they're all greedy, they're all narcissistical, and power mad, of course. Power mad, narcissistical, greedy, I don't know, not very considerate, and they're all tricksters. Like I guess Zelensky fits right in there. I think Trump never wants to put it out in real words, but he's trying to tell everybody that the guy's nothing but a con artist, you know. He can just go, anytime he flies out of the country, he comes back with billions of dollars. You know, a lot of things like that. Trump just doesn't use those words. So, yes, okay. And Lithuania, they've decided they're going to get out of the cluster munitions treaties or whatever. So they want to build cluster bombs. And obviously, they're going to send them to Ukraine. And Joe Biden started that. You guys remember Joe Biden, if you can't forget that guy. But remember when he was sending cluster munitions to Ukraine, and he said, "Oh, we've used up all of our other bombs. We don't have anything left. Oh, so we have to send you cluster bombs because we don't have anything anymore." And then came that October 7th sort of a deal in Israel, and it's kind of weird that magically they come up with thousands and thousands of bombs that they sent to Israel. But I thought they ran out of all the other bombs, you know. And like I was saying this whole time, every time the United States, oh, we're running low or this, anybody says anything, they've got bombs. They got lots of bombs. They got bombs all over the place. There's no way that they're ever going to get down that low. Even Russia has a lot of bombs. They even have cluster munitions. They have a huge amounts of them in stockpiles, but they're never were going to use them. But since the United States, because it's a proxy war, the United States started using them on Russia, you know, using the hands of the Ukrainian people, then Russia started using them. So remember that. And now Lithuania wants to go. I mean, the power of Lithuania wants to go. The Chihuahua, they want to go in there and start doing this thing. You know, make sure though you have some strong genes, because they can rip your genes, you know, down in the end, the corner down there. You know, Denmark should be rooted a Chihuahua state, but they're a little bit too big for that. Yes, indeed. But you know, I kind of see why the leadership in Denmark says that, you know, that they can get peace by making war. Because have you ever heard the words "rest in peace"? What does that refer to? Rest in peace. R.I.P. So that's how war creates peace. Brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? Okay. Maybe the leaders now are thinking about that. Making war creates peace. Rest in peace. Brilliant, brilliant. Let's see what's up there. Cafe. I'll show you guys the blue sky here while I'm sitting here. Maloney! Bologna, Maloney. Maloney of Italy. Another brilliant person. She's almost got a full deck. She's almost got that full deck. She's one of the ones that almost have a full deck. Actually, I used to think Macron almost had a full deck. Until now, he's even talking about using nukes on Russia, nuclear bombs. You know, but Maloney, she said that they don't have to let Ukraine into NATO. Instead, it looks like Spider-Man on a... They don't have to let Ukraine into NATO, but they should just let Ukraine go by the rules that are written in NATO. I guess it says letting them enjoy Article 5. You know, which means immediately the European Union, as soon as they say that, the European Union has to start the war with Russia. That's brilliant. But, you know, that's the way to peace. Rest in peace. Okay. Look at this. It's a cafe here. Looks like it's a... Oh, I got Olivaria beer. I don't know. Is the place open? So, don't see anybody in there. I've been up here before. I think I did a video. I think there's an embassy. I think it's the Libyan embassy or something right over here. So, Kaja Kallas, she's trying to find a way to bypass any country within the European Union that can veto any of the actions done by the commissioner. You know, such as if Ursula von der Leyen or Kaja Kallas herself, if they want to, for example, obviously, like, increase the budget for war or money to send to Ukraine, then Viktor Orban or Fico cannot veto it. So, gosh. So I guess that's more democracy. Yes, indeed. It's wow. Well, they're already over the edge anyway. Everybody's talking about how crazy they are. I mean, you see it all over the place, all over in the United States. So many people in the Trump administration and other countries. There's some like in Slovakia or in Hungary. These people are wondering what happened. And I think a lot of the term that they use is insane. They're calling these people insane. You know, and I guess that even includes Maloney. She says she's not going to send troops, but she's coming up with this other crap. You know, maybe she's just doing that not only for public consumption, but I don't know. Having a middle ground, you either have to go one way or the other with public. If the public's either for war or it's against war, so I suggest she shouldn't even come up with this crap. She's probably doing it not for public consumption. She's doing it for her EU buddies to say, well, see, look, you know, I'll find some kind of a compromise, which is actually going to do nothing but lead to war. And that way we can go to war. We can start a casus belli, you know, and there's even more of those coming up. The EU is considering something called Sky Shield. You know, Sky Shield. And one thing I noticed right away, this is the EU. This is not NATO. Consider that when I'm telling you what this is. So already the proposal is 120 military aircraft, meaning of course bombers and fighter jets, to be flying over the skies of Ukraine to protect it from Russian bombs, drones, airplanes, everything like that. And Russia's already said they're going to be shooting them down. And of course that's the casus belli. You shoot down a couple planes and then they start stomping their feet and pissing their pants over there in the EU, and then they said, well, now we have to go to war. I have no idea what they're going to do. Actually, that's not going to happen. And I think they know it's not going to happen. They're not going to go to war. They don't have the money. And there's other people within the government, such as in the German government. I think Beck, you know, is one of these people that are understanding of the finances. They said they don't have the money. They don't have the money to increase this defense spending that Merz is saying he's going to do. None of these people have the money, and the only way to get the money is to print it and then charge the people with taxes. And I wonder how that's going to go over. It's not going to go over that well, I don't think. Shoot them down! Yes. But anyway, you guys even heard it from Keir Starmer. You've heard it from a lot of other people. The whole goal is to get the United States in. Keir Starmer said that they cannot defeat Russia on their own. And it really kind of makes you wonder. You start thinking, well, Ukraine, they're not even in NATO. They're not even part of the EU. It's money. It's nothing to do with any sort of security or anything. It's like you would have to think they're incredibly stupid, to try to convince everybody in their countries that Russia needs more land, so they're going to go. I mean, it's sparsely populated compared to Europe anyway, but yet Russia needs more land, so they're going to go over there. It's like Russia has all the resources that they need. Anyway, you guys already know this. It's just stupidity, and it's sort of like trying to make everybody not see the real facts. It's like saying Russia invaded Ukraine unprovoked. You have to put that word in there, unprovoked, which is the biggest lie of the whole thing. It's probably the lie of the last decade. Unprovoked, Russia attacked Ukraine. Yeah, so like I keep saying in all these videos, like, killing 13,000. They should have the right to kill 14,000 people with a lot of children, bombing school buses. I mean, what's wrong with that? It's just the Hate Russia Club to keep this Hate Russia Club going, Oh, that's what I even wrote here. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I don't know. I talked a lot about this stuff already. Hate, fear. You must hate, you must fear. And that's actually how they convinced a lot of these people in the Ukraine to hate Russians. They raised them from little children, starting in kindergarten, singing songs, to hate Russians, to love Father Bandera, the great, nice, beautiful, humanistic man that liked to chop off heads and kill people and burn children alive. And that's exactly what he did. He did it a lot. He did it a lot in Belarus. How many children have they killed? I don't know. How many thousands of children did they kill in just this country alone? So, and we all hear about Poland. I think, what was it? I don't know how many. They killed 70,000 in Poland. Well, you can go times 10, and they killed more than that in Belarus. But no, don't talk about Belarus. It's just like, don't talk about Ukraine bombing the Donbass, so don't talk about Belarus. I don't know. They're saving that for later, to if anything happens here in Belarus, that it was all unprovoked. I don't know. Nobody has ever gone after Belarus. No. But it's strange because the people have been conditioned, even by the government here, basically to forget and forgive. So they forgive the Ukrainians. There is nobody really I've ever met in Belarus that dislikes the Ukrainian people. There's none. And it's not necessarily like the Ukrainian people that did it. It was the Banderites. It just so happens there's a heck of a lot of them. That's a big portion of the population are Banderites there, and which are Nazis. And there's a lot of Nazism in the world now. You see that in Israel. It's just really taken hold. It's look at the Democrats. Like they said, when Trump was honoring some little boy who has cancer or something like that, and I guess he was honored. I don't know if it was like from Donald Trump or from whoever, but they made this boy a honorary member of the Secret Service, and he's very proud. He's holding it up and all. And the Democrats, they wouldn't even clap for that. Boy, I don't even know if he was saved. I don't know if he's dying of cancer, whatever. But that's the Democrats. The only time I guess they ever showed any emotion or cheered or whatever when it was for Ukraine. And like I said, Elon Musk, I said in the last video, Elon Musk said it's very strange that they didn't cheer for anything for America. The only time they cheer is for other countries. So, and he said there was only one, they didn't even show an American flag. The only flags he saw were Ukrainian flags there. So, yes, anyway. Yes, greedy, disgusting narcissist, anyway. And a lot of indoctrination still going on, as you see. Oh, it's so great to be out here. Oh, finally, I don't have to wear a coat. Well, anyway, I guess the big task right now is to make the European people afraid. Afraid. You better get ready to fight them over in Russia so you don't have to fight them in Germany. France. France, they're going to skip over Ukraine, Poland, Slovakia, Czech Republic, and Germany, and then they're going to go to France. Yes, and it's going to be so fast. That's why, I don't know. That's why they've already taken all of Ukraine. I think it's only 20%. And Russia's trying not to kill any innocent people, and that's one reason why it goes slow. If you go by the United States, do their tactics, and they just bomb the crap out of everything. They kill everybody and everything, destroy everything, just drop bombs like Israel does, it's like you saw in Gaza. Then of course everything goes fast. But that evil Putin doesn't want to kill innocent people. Yeah. Yes. But anyway, the longer they keep it going, the more they make everybody scared, the more money these politicians will get. And then the more their donors, which is the military and industrial complex of Europe, will pay them to stay in power. It's just a big circle, just like it is in the United States. It's weird if Trump is actually able to break this. It'll be the first time in my lifetime, beyond any shadow of a doubt. Hey, if my parents were still around today, it would be the first time in their lifetime as well. You talk about the times back when Smedley Butler gave his speech in 1935. He was talking about it wasn't called the military-industrial complex back then, but all you have to do is look up. You can find it online, probably parts of his speech. War is a racket, and then that will tell you. He was warning everybody before President Eisenhower in his farewell address back then was. But don't worry, BlackRock, they just bought 2 ports in Panama. Maybe they're divesting themselves from Ukraine, cutting their loss. I don't have the faintest idea what's going on. This is for the politicians and the rich corporation guys in the background to be, doing their secret deals and things like that. But they bought 2 ports in Panama for $23 million, or billion with a B. $23 billion. Jeez. Wow. So let's see what becomes of that one there. Yeah. And the EPA, again, remember I talked about the EPA before when they were going to come out with a bombshell about huge amounts of corruption, and that Joe Biden was feathering money in there. It was using that as a conduit or like a money laundering place because of the title EPA, and then passing it out to all sorts of, rewards for all the buddies and things, and the things that, how that works with politicians anyway. So Lee Zeldin, he's exposing, this time it's another one. Biden was using the EPA to pass around, more money than that. They found another 20 friggin' billion. He was saying that there was a lot. So they keep coming up with tens of billions of dollars. Incredible. Tens of billions, yeah. So, yeah, just what I just said, funnel the money. Most of it, it went to Democrats and Democrat donors, people that were donors to the politicians of the Democratic Party. That's where this bunch of money that he now uncovered, maybe it was Elon Musk that did it, so this was 20 billion, and this money was going to like Democratic donors mostly. Incredible. And that's no wonder why the Democrats are so angry. You guys can see why. They're really, really pissed off about Trump and Elon Musk. You even saw old Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is nothing. He's a willing tool of any of his buddies. You got to be Democrat. I mean, who could like Bernie Sanders now, seeing how he is? He folds. He buckles. He buckles like a belt whenever Hillary Clinton or Nancy Pelosi wants something from him. And then he was anti-corruption. He's not anti-corruption. He's I guess he had some deals with Pfizer or something like that, so he's involved in the corruption as well. Some gray hair old man that talks real nice. Too bad. Bernie Sanders is also corrupt. Yes. And yeah, I should say, you know, you see their denials, and it's a lie. Remember, they were holding up their signs when Donald Trump was doing a State of the Union address. Lie, lies, you know. Yeah, but you know, let's just see what happens. See what happens. I'll tell you what, makes you really wonder. Some people are saying a lot of these people are going to be going to prison. I don't think so. I don't think they will. You know, usually they made people resign, and some people are, you know, like, lock her up, you know, but I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. They'll be made to resign. And the ones that, well, I'll tell you, they might not even, you know, they're combining together, one ring to rule them all. They're trying to get together, and then when they're caught with that they had their fingers in the cookie jar continuously stealing money, so many of these Democrats are so utterly and incredibly corrupt, insider trading and all that. I'm sure there's a couple of Republicans, obviously we know there are, and but they're going to combine together and show a united front against Donald Trump, and they're trying to put some impeachment orders against him. Maybe they're going to try to rush those through before Donald Trump has a chance to expose them and all of their corruption. It's going to be interesting. You know, going to be interesting. You know, but I'll tell you what. I think Donald Trump would not be doing this if he had dirty shirts in his closets. So he probably doesn't, really. You know, all of this crap they came up with, you know, he's not a perfect being either, you know. So, but I think it really ticked him off of all of this, all of the crap that he went through. And actually, you know, if you like the Count of Monte Cristo, it's a book about revenge. And I'm kind of enjoying this. I want to see Trump go after all these people. And I hope that they do go to jail. I hope a lot of these crooks go to jail, stealing everybody's money. The American people, taking the tax money. Look at this, huge amounts of taxes. It would be really incredible if Donald Trump and even Elon Musk and this whole operation, this whole thing is successful about this. But the only problem is, you know, what's he going to do about Israel? Israel's entwined in this stuff too. And I don't know. I guess 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? I guess we got to all be happy about that. Okay. And anyway, that's about all I have for this video. It's not so much news, really. As you guys all see in a lot of this stuff, you know, and it's just a lot of the ongoing corruption and getting uncovered, and a bunch of fanatic people, you know. You got these people, I don't know, maybe they got some bad cocaine or something, all these Democrats. They sniffing it with all these politicians in Europe. I have no idea. Anyway, well, so that's about it. Glad you guys joined me, and yeah, put up some comments. It's really strange. I had some really weird stuff on YouTube this time. I was getting sometimes like, I have to thank whoever was putting some likes, you know. I was getting at times more likes than views, and I was thinking, how in the heck could that happen? Happened a few times, but that was with the last video, and I really appreciate you guys doing that, because it just kind of shows again about YouTube. I don't really understand that. I was talking to a couple other people, as a matter of fact, today I was, you know, and things about YouTube. It's some crazy stuff, and I hear there's a lot of people, they employ what do they call that, some agencies or something to bump your views up. So I think I might have mentioned that in the last one too. I'm not ever going to do that. So you got to pay these people. This one person said $200 US dollars a month for them to bump your views up to, I don't know, like 10,000, or I don't know if there's a set number or whatever the deal is, but it's incredible. I mean, it's like, whatever. I don't know what they do. Maybe because they know that, maybe it's a scam. It's probably a scam. Some of the money goes to YouTube. You know how these things work out. You know, it's just like the thing about you can't play music, you know, and it's like this platform, of course they don't want you to play music unless there's some sort of a kickback of them to, you know, it's all about money. That's what I hate about the system in the United States and the West in general. Money, 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 money. Screw everybody over. All the little tricks going on around to steal the money, and just, you know, for them to stick their hand in your pocket, transfer the, you know, the contents of your wallet into their wallet, and just sick of it. Everybody's got their own little scams. You know, you got these African guys, some of them out there, and what do they call these Nigerian people? Oh, I'm the son of somebody, and I got a whole bunch of money in a bank account, and all you have to do is I don't know what they say. Give me your bank account number and I'll transfer it to you. I have no idea what they say and how they get it, but that's some crazy stuff like that. So anyway, somebody with a Chihuahua over there. Maybe that's Estonia. Maybe that's Kayakallis. Or is that a Chihuahua? I don't even know. Anyway, okay. Well, thanks for joining me, you guys. It's a really nice day. I'm looking forward to doing more when this, if it stays warm. I'm even in contact at the moment with some other people, English-speaking people. A Canadian guy. He might come on. Well, he probably will come on the show if I can. I don't know when he's leaving. And another American guy. And well, 2 other American guys. So maybe we'll get together and yeah, have the show. And I'm hoping to get, and if he's watching, the Irish Partisan contact us, me and some of the other American guys. We'll sit down, we'll drink a couple beers, have a great time, and well, looking forward to it. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.